Welcome to the Blessed channel. Today we have Neha Patel with us. Neha has been teaching yoga, breathwork meditation for the past 25 years with the Art of Living Foundation. Welcome, Neha, to the channel.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you for
so,
having me.
most welcome. So, my first question to you is what brought you to yoga? How did your journey started?
So, my journey started back in 99 when I was volunteering my time at the ashram in Bangalore,
Okay.
where I got to witness beautiful stories of transformation, healing, which triggered my interest in yoga and helped me to progress on the path, study it more.
So, yoga is the buzzword now, as we all know. It's been very popular in the West. And most people associate yoga with physical postures. But what does yoga means to someone like you who's been teaching yoga for the past 25 years plus?
So yoga uh, can be postures, right? It could be, if your door to yoga is through asanas, through postures, then it's well and good, so long as you're not just stuck at that.
Hmm.
Because yoga has so much more to offer than just postures, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, postures teach us a lot. Our bodies become so strong as a way of practicing postures regularly. And, they bring an element of healing also. However, the postures also teach us not to be afraid to fail, right? Sometimes in a posture you succeed and sometimes you fail. So looking at yoga with a more of a holistic eye will help one to explore it further.
Hmm. So, how has yoga made a difference in your life? Um, since you've been teaching
Wow.
so many people yourself, and we've been practicing as well. If you look back, how has it transformed your life?
In many, many, many different levels. So, for example, I don't have to take a pill for thyroid anymore, you know.
Wow.
Um, so my TSH levels were very high when I delivered my first baby, which was my first one is 26 years old now.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a long time ago, and and they say that once your TSH levels are that high, you are prescribed a pill for life, and you have to take every morning, you know, religiously. But because I have been practicing yoga, I've been practicing, I'm going for my retreats very frequently. I've been practicing regularly. I have been able to reverse that for myself. And not only that, during my pregnancy, my tailbone had sort of I wouldn't want to say injured, but I had affected my tailbone. A lot of pregnant women go through that. Um, and in the process, it had twisted a little bit.
Okay.
And just by practicing this regularly, it has healed me not only of my tailbone injury, but also um, the sciatic injury that I had just from lifting. My disc had bulged, and that caused a lot of inflammation in my body. And believe it or not, I was 212 pounds at that time.
Wow.
Yeah. So it has definitely helped me lose weight, heal myself. So yeah, it has helped me in many, many different levels.
So it's almost like a blessing for you.
For sure, for sure.
Mm. So I know many people, in fact, many friends of mine, and I'm sure you might have encountered uh, many folks who are very enthusiastic about yoga and start the practice, but over a period of time, they're not able to continue. They drop off, and then the cycle continues. Do you have any recommendations for situations like these, for folks like these, which will help them continue on their practice?
Absolutely. I feel if you can find a yoga buddy or a yoga community, it will sort of, sorry about that.
That's okay.
So if you can find a yoga community, I feel that will definitely help one to not only progress on the path, but would help you to continue to be regular with your practice.
Mm.
Stay disciplined, stay on track.
So the community element is can play a big role.
Definitely,
Yeah, because
definitely.
it has happened. I practice meditation and breath work, and I've noticed that many times due to external circumstances, a lot of things weigh on you. You get impacted by the news or maybe, health issues with the loved ones or yourself, and you tend to drop off, or the enthusiasm level tends to drop off. I think that is where the community element can play a huge role to pull you out of it.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it can help you to stay on track for sure.
So Neha, the next question would be, do you follow any particular philosophy of yoga or any school of yoga? What would you say for people who are just starting out on the path of yoga? What do they need to, where can they start?
So I started my journey at the Art of Living Foundation, and I feel it's a very complete approach at Sri Sri School of Yoga because we go into the yoga philosophy, the depth of the Yoga Sutras. We have somebody who can guide us, right? We have Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, who has given many commentaries on not only the Yoga Sutras but the Bhagavad Gita. We also get the opportunity to study the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So this, in a, all in all, it has been a very enriching experience for me, very complete, so to speak, because it's not just about the asanas here. It's about all these techniques that have been scripted in the 15th century, 16th century, 10th century. Uh,
Wow.
Reviving this ancient wisdom has been sort of, Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's goal.
Mm.
And and we have all benefited from it so much. So yeah, I'm I'm so, and it feels like we haven't even touched like even like 2% of it. There's so much that the scriptures have to offer. So I'm finding it very interesting, very enriching for myself.
Thanks for sharing that. So, do you teach in person or do you also teach online? Or if somebody wants to learn more about the programs that you offer, where do they look for it?
Um, we teach online, we teach in person. So depending on your schedules, availability, where you're located, you can definitely find us. We also offer retreats. So you have the opportunity to come to us for a few days and practice not only just the asanas, pranayams, but also shatkarmas.
Oh, okay.
Shatkarmas are, shat means six,
Okay.
karmas means processes. So there are about six cleansing processes that are recommended for a yogi, which were scripted in the Hatha Yoga Pratipika by Swami Swatmaraman somewhere in the 15th century.
Okay.
And even today, these techniques are so beneficial. I mean, you must have experienced for yourself. We inherit the quality of the food we eat,
Yes.
right? Like sugar makes us jittery. If we feel
Caffeine
dull
makes
and
us hyper. Caffeine
yeah,
makes us
yeah.
hyper.
Caffeine makes it exactly. Caffeine makes us hyper. Um, if you eat a lot of greasy food, you feel a little dull and lethargic,
True.
right? So we sort of inherit the quality of the food we
And I
eat,
think
and
it gets accumulated as well.
it's true, true. You know, these days they add so much to our food. If you were to like read the packaging, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes we can't even pronounce
Very true.
the ingredients. Forget digesting these
Yeah.
ingredients, right? So these ingredients that are not easily digestible by our digestive system get deposited in the walls of the intestines, which sort of hinders your asana experience, your meditation experience, um, because now the mind is not at rest. You're constantly, right, like we said,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
these foods will have an impact on
True.
us. So what this particular process, one of the particular processes called Shank Prakshalan does is that it flushes out all the debris that's stuck in the walls of esophagus, stomach, intestines. And after that, you see that your meditations are so deep.
Wow.
So if you want to experience that, you're definitely welcome to come to us. We offer that online as well. And I highly recommend trying it out for yourself. In fact, it's recommended to attempt at least once a year, once or twice a year.
And where can they find it? Where, if somebody's looking for it, is it on the Art of Living website? Or,
Yes, very much so. It is on the Art of Living website. You can look for the deep dive retreat.
okay.
And that is the retreat that goes over 4 out of the 6 Shatkarmas as part of the program.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. Any last comments? Any last suggestions for aspirants of yoga that you would like to share? Um, Somebody who's like, trying to choose between strength training or yoga. They don't have much
Yeah,
time.
definitely. I feel patience is a virtue. So, sometimes people are like, oh, I'm practicing for like 1 week, I'm not seeing a difference. I'm practicing for 10 days, I'm not seeing a difference. But, over time, if you practice, there is definitely a difference because every day your system is renewed,
Mm,
right? New cells are being born, right? Everywhere in the gross physical body,
yes.
right? So to feel an impact, it's important to recharge all of these cells. So it's very important to have the patience and practice, at least for 40 days, 50 days to be able to see an impact of anything that you take up, right? So whether it's asana, pranayam, meditation, I highly recommend, sticking with it,
Mm.
whatever it is that you take up.
And I think uh, perhaps one of the added benefits of doing it as a practice is that im- it basically becomes a part of your lifestyle.
Yes. Yeah.
Gets embedded, and I'm sure it impacts the other parts of your life as well.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, like I mentioned to you, there's tremendous amount of healing in these processes. So giving these practices that reverence that it deserves will definitely unfold for you manyfold.
Right. And I think one thing people are really struggling with these days is, I think, anxiety and sleep. And I'm sure that, having a yoga practice can really positively impact both of these. issues that people are facing.
Yes, yes. Last week, now 2 weekends ago, I was teaching someone Sudarshan Kriya actually, yeah, and she was a young mom, and she said her daughter is 7 years old, and she said that she hadn't slept this well in 7 years.
Wow.
Just on day one after she had practiced the Sudarshan Kriya, she went back home, and the next day when she came back for her second day, she shared with us that her sleep was much deeper,
And
restful.
Sudarshan Kriya is taught in one of the programs by Art of Living.
Yes, it is taught in the Art of Living Part 1 program, and an incredibly healing breath work, uh, that Gurudev has come up with. It's called Sky is the short for Sudarshan Kriya, and it's been very very enriching. Not, I mean, it's for me. It's been very enriching to see the experiences that are shared on the course. Uh, on in
Right.
over the years.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Neha, for coming and sharing your journey on yoga and giving us amazing tips that I'm sure everybody who's listening to it can benefit from.
Thank you so much. Thank you
We
for
hope to
having
see
me.
you soon. Thank you.